Good morning, guys. Karen here. I sometimes try to think of things to do that'd be interesting, and I've got to thinking a lot of people are talking about living in, they're selling everything and they're living in campers and they're living in RVs and traveling, and that's really great. And I have some family members that have done that, and one of my best friends doing that, but I'm 80 now, so I really don't need to be traveling that much. I kind of like to have my home. I'd like to have a travel trailer on the side and travel, but I'd have to find somebody to go with me because my husband likes to stay home. But anyway, I got to thinking, I grew up in very fine homes. My parents always had nice homes. I had nice homes with my husband's. I lived on a lake. I lived in two-story and, large homes. And I loved all that, and especially when you have kids, you really have to have some room. But once your kids are grown and your grandkids are even raised, you don't really have the need for all that furniture and just all the room. And when I married Phil, what we decided to do is just get a double wide. Now, growing up, I used to think, people living in a trailer? And I don't know. I guess it's just because of where I grew up. People don't understand, and I'm sure that people that live in a mansion wonder how anybody could live in a little ranch home. So I kind of thought maybe it'd be good to show you how the other side lives. And the advantage to this is we haven't had a house payment in 24 years. And in Alabama, when you hit 65 or 70, you don't have to pay land tax anymore. So we have 2 acres, and I just love it. We're out in the country, and I think we live really well. All our trees have grown. I think I've shown you the outside. Well, I know I've shown you the outside, but you may not have seen it, but I'll give you a quick look at the outside. And this is our acreage. And it's actually on a street where it's all double wides. And we go way around. Actually, the home next door is my daughter's. And this is my porch. This part of the porch came with the house, and could use a little washing. And then last year we added this front part. It just gives us a little more room. We planted everything. Well, there's a little bit of poison oak. We don't really like to advertise that. But all my trees and bushes do real well. We go quite a ways over. And that's the outside in the front. I'll show you the back too, but I think most of you have probably seen it. But we're going to go inside my abode. And there's my little kitty. Hey, Pinky. You can tell everybody welcome to your house? And this just has a regular door. And I do want to say that the new trailers, mobile homes, they tell you not to say trailer. I said, baby, you're in the door. Come on. Come on. The newer ones are really, really fancy. They really look really like a new house. But I've got paintings from cousins and aunts, and got a nice entrance. And then here's where all my mail goes, and I get mail for my kids and whatever. And see, I've got all my furniture from when I had homes. Got the TV on hold. And I'm big on blankets. I know that's kind of old-fashioned. I've had relatives tell me it's old-fashioned, but that's kind of how my grandmother was. And I get cold in the evening, and I have cats, so I'd rather keep everything covered. But it's all new. This is a nice leather couch. We just buy regular furniture. This is a chair that I've had for many years. I don't think there's a stain on it. It just has blankets, and Sasha loves it. And then we've got nice, bright, cheery rooms, windows. I used to have a TV on there, but the TV's got too big. That's my... Now, I'm not going to say that I'm the best housekeeper. I do keep a pretty good house, but I'm getting ready for a cruise, so I've got a lot of stuff out. There's cat beds. And there's my china cabinet and everything. And that's a built-in china cabinet that came with the house. And my curio. And this is a good-sized room. Our dining room. I hope I'm not making you dizzy. And then my kitchen. And it's a good kitchen. It's one of the reasons I bought this. This and the high ceilings. We have plenty of storage. Of course, I've upgraded my stove and washer, dishwasher, and refrigerator. All kinds of storage under here. And keep my pots and pans and tops and everything. By the way, I'm not selling. I'm just showing you how it is to live in a trailer or a mobile home or a manufactured home or whatever you want to call it. We've changed all the floors except for actually the kitchen. We had green carpet throughout when we came in. This is a big room, a very large room, and you could see it's double wide. We've got almost 1,800 square feet. So it's not tiny. My husband tiled here. This is the main bath. It's a tub shower, and some of the stuff is old, but we've upgraded all our lights and all our fixtures. You know, it is it is actually 29 years old because we bought it brand new, but it was a model home. Well, some of the stuff's hanging in here, but it's a nice little room. Could use a little cleaning. This is my husband's room. He sleeps separate. It's easier when you get older. He's got bookcases, and most of those are picture albums from trips. I've got my mother's cedar chest, and Pinky loves it. And that was my cedar chest. My grandmother got me that when I graduated. And see, he's got a walk-in closet. It's not huge, but it's quite filled up. You can see out our driveway. We've got a nice concrete driveway on our car. And that's our outbuilding for storage, the mower and everything. Hey, baby. Oh, he had some pillows at the side. Sorry, I didn't see that. Then this is the guest room, or the travel room. We tend to put, there's my divorce picture with my 3 kids. That's an oldie. And then a lot of times I pick up paintings when we go places. And of course your grandkids and furniture that your kids don't want anymore. It just seems to end up over here, but everybody seems to like my guest room because we get a lot of guests. Here's the backyard. And I can see my windows probably need some cleaning. And there's a porch back there. We built that on there for the cats and put a cat door in there. Hey. There's a chubby picture of my hubby and I on a cruise. I've just lost like 100 pounds. So. Here's a laundry room, and I do enjoy having a laundry room separate. There's some things that have to go outside, so I got them on there. And you never have enough storage, no matter where you are, but you make do. And this is really a cat porch. So we have the kitty litter out here. Makes it easy because, come on out, baby. Come on. Come on. Come on. They come out anytime they want. They think they're outside. But they're safe. She just came out. And then we have furniture. We sit out and we do put it, not so much for the cats, but this year's been so hot and we had a whole lot of junk coming out of the trees, so we just have it covered. It's easier just to wash the towels than it is to wash the cushions. And getting things ready to go on the cruise, so it's not the neatest place in the world. Why I have all this is I'm just afraid the cats, if they pushed on the screen, it's been rescreened and everything, but other cats come up the steps, and I'm afraid that they'll push and get out, so I've got it reinforced on the two sides. But they love their porch. You can see our backyard and my flowers, and that's our storage barn, tool barn. I had an in-ground pool for about 20 years, and then when the grandkids grew up, nobody was swimming, so I had that covered over, so the grass hasn't grown very well back there. It was 8 foot deep and had a diving board. It was real nice. It was beautiful, really. I loved it, but I was like in my 70s, and just, it was a lot to take care of when nobody was swimming. Now they wish we had it back. I don't, but I do miss it a little. And then our furnace back there, water heater. And I do have some things hanging around. I guess I shouldn't. Again, we're in the living room. And then the master bedroom, which I usually have a really pretty bedspread on, but we had some 100-degree weather for like about 2 weeks, and I took that quilt off and just put a light blanket on, and then Pinky, I keep the blanket down here for the cats so they don't get fur all over everything. And this is my other side. I have a lot of bushes and trees around the house. I don't have them right up to the house, but I like to watch. We usually get bird nests in there, and I can watch them from my bedroom, see the little birds grow. And some more paintings. There's a painting my uncle did, and a painting my aunt did. So, and then I have a big walk-in closet. Well, it's my husband and I. See, here's some clothes for my cruise. And I have it stored high, and I'm trying to get rid of some of that stuff because it's heavy and I don't use it anymore. It looks kind of messy in here, but it's not too bad. This has got my bedspread, so as soon as it cools down, which it is cool right now, but I'm going to put it back on my bed. I've got several of them. That's what's in here. And this storage. Shoes. But you can see there's a lot of storage, and I mean, it's just like a house on the inside. It's not the same walls, but the walls are fine. I'm not crazy about some of the wallboard. I never did like it in here or the bathroom. This is the main my I don't know what they call them anymore. They don't call them master anymore. So we've got the deep tub. A lot of storage there. Lots of storage. Sheets. Drawers. And we got a walk-in shower, which I love that. It's getting kind of old. But considering this place is 28 years old, I think it's in darn good shape. I wasn't quite sure how long they would last. I think we paid like $55,000 for it 28 years ago. And now they're like in the 200s for a home this size. But that's a whole lot less than, than buying a new house. I think a new house is $350,000, $400,000. Things have gone kind of crazy. So, anyway, I don't know if that changed your mind about a manufacturer. I have to say that I have been happier in this home than I have been in any of my other homes because I have the right partner and we don't have any bills. So I don't know. I think it's a good idea to move into a camper or an RV when you get older to save on money. It's a lot easier to clean, or even a mobile home. They don't cost as much, so I'm assuming they probably don't cost as much to repair, but I haven't had to make any repairs except we've gotten a new roof. Actually, 2 new roofs. We changed the roof when I retired. Then we had a hailstorm and had to change the roof again, but that's pretty much the same as a house. We've got a concrete driveway all the way up the drive. It's a nice big one. There's nothing that I don't have that I had in my houses, really. Just a lot of expense. But again, when those tornadoes come, a lot of people say, well, if you're in a trailer, you're going up. Well, if a tornado hits a house, you're going to probably go up too. Not as much. Maybe you have a storm shelter. I probably should get one. I'm in Alabama, but I've been lucky. And so that's your tour of a manufactured home. Now remember, it's a 30-year-old manufactured home. So if you go through a brand new one, it'd be a lot different too. Okay, well maybe that's another boring tape. I just thought I'd bring you up to date. Love y'all. Crazy Karen signing off. Bye-bye.